The volumes were becoming incredible. Regularly 80% of our inbound email was spam. That crept up over time to over 90%. Salvation Army is an evangelical Christian church, but it's also a charity, so we have a dual role.
In fact, it's one of the 6 largest charities within the United Kingdom. Our work is based upon a Christian motivation.
We minister to the needs of the community, but we also look after the disadvantaged.
With heart to God and hand to man is one of our slogans that we use, and as a result of that we're engaged in rehabilitation work amongst people with addictions, homelessness services.
The IT operation is fundamentally important to the work of the Salvation Army.
It helps us in a modern and efficient way to communicate on a regular basis.
We have around about 5,500 users scattered across the UK, and about 3,000 to 3,500 of those on our network at any one time.
Email, hugely significant for an organisation like the Salvation Army. We're very complex, a very diverse organisation, spread around 800 centres across the United Kingdom, apart from our administrative centres. All of those have to stay in touch on a regular basis and provide permanent records of the communication that takes place. The effects of spam upon the Salvation Army would be catastrophic in the sense that it would slow down or perhaps bring to a standstill the communication that we already use as a lifeline between the headquarters and the various centres.
It's vitally important that we have those communication channels open. Our email environment has grown steadily over the years. We've invested in that technology. We've embraced Lotus Notes, which is the email system that we use throughout the Salvation Army. We've had 1 or 2 challenges with email systems along the way, and fairly early on we realised that if we were going to deal with the vast amounts of spam that blight any organisation's email systems, we had to do something to move it off-premise. So we looked fairly early on to move our spam filtering and our email content filtering out into the cloud. What we looked for was a partner who was able to provide us with a flexible and cost-effective and value-for-money solution. I'm pleased to say that Mimecast were head and shoulders above most people in the marketplace. Mimecast's given us a bit of an edge when it comes to email security. We've been able to examine the threats, and the number of threats that we see coming through on the inbound mail stream have been very few.
The immediate benefit was that there was a dramatic reduction of spam emails arriving in my inbox. That for me was very important. I'm very busy, I don't have time to sift through those things.
When we do see a threat and it lands in a user's mailbox, quite often it's a surprise rather than the expected norm. So we've got a reputation to live up to, and so do Mimecast. Mimecast have been great on the customer service, and very recently we've had them along to explain some of the benefits of the email marketing features, and this latest Email Advantage I think will stand us in good stead, especially when you think that the Salvation Army has a message to get out there, and we can use email, and as a consequence of using email we're able to spread that message far and wide. I think once you've seen Mimecast in operation, you have to ask yourself why you wouldn't want to use the service. It's very straightforward, the reporting's great, it offers features over and above the standard email content filtering. Why would you not want to use it? What's not to love?